The Management Committee reconvened in October 2020, and obviously we met on Zoom. And plans were quickly drawn up, even at that stage, for the transition of the food hub from operating in the rooms at the rear of the church to the north side of the church sanctuary. At some point, the areas outside the sanctuary would be needed by PURC for hiring purposes. We've now been operating delivery sessions on Wednesdays and Saturdays out of the sanctuary since June, using only one rear room for sorting on a Monday morning, while hiring a second room full-time to store part of the stock, which in previous years would have been stored in the back pews and the north porch of the sanctuary, but due to COVID issues, this was no longer a feasible option for the short term. On behalf of the management team, I'd like to thank Russell and the congregation of the PURC for their understanding of the challenges Burley Food Hub has faced during these difficult times. The use of the whole building during lockdown allowed us to sort the mountains of food donated with quite large teams of volunteers safely socially distancing. We could not have done this without the support of the church. So thank you, PURC. Moving back into the sanctuary and once more returning to our previous system of monitoring the stock has given us back a far more accurate insight to our stock levels. This obviously allows us to target our gaps when asking for donations, but also indicates areas of surplus. When choosing the name of Burley Food Hub, the Management Committee, all those years ago, also always envisaged that we'd be part of a bigger network, providing food obviously for our clients in crisis, emergency crisis, but also hopefully having enough to share with others. It's been a real privilege to pass on this surplus to our two local food stops, Old Lodge Lane Food Stop and Selsdon Food Stop. In addition, we still provide Night Watch with 60 cans of soup and 12 packets of pasta every week, and that provides them with 2 days' worth of supply. The Link with smaller amounts once a month. Going forward, as a management committee, we have no immediate plans to change the delivery service of food to clients. It now seems to have many advantages from the original form of meeting clients face to face. The loss of the welfare rights team has been a real loss to our clients. They always promised to help within 2 weeks of seeing our clients, and for many, that action was immediate. And the clients would often be reluctant, no, I don't really want to see, and you'd say, well, she's free, why don't you go and see Sonia? Okay, have another cup of tea, have another donut, and off they'd go and see. And they'd come away with a smile and say, yes, actually, they have been able to help. And that smile and hope that would last much longer than the food we could give them. We have, however, been blessed with our volunteer support team who have worked hard to plug this gap. It was always Croydon's view that the welfare rights would be replaced by volunteers. And I have to say with misgiving, because Sonia and her team would have access to the computer, the client would go to them, they'd know who she was, she'd know who they were, and she'd go back to her office and say, to the right person, this person needs help with so-and-so, and it will all be sorted. And volunteers just do not have that access. However, our support team, led very capably by Julia, and I know she's going to talk in a minute, which would be very exciting and interesting to hear, has given us hope that we will be able to help give some support to our clients. I would like now to thank all the members of the management team, but especially Jean, for her dedication to the food hub, putting in hours every week, I hope you're writing this down, to ensure the delivery system works. I'm really pleased that she has now been able to train up another of our volunteers, Sally, who happens to be here, thank you Sally, to allow her to have a well-earned holiday break when she wants it. So thank you, Jean, and thank you for the rest of the management team for putting up with me as well. Thank you.